Alexander Armstrong in the news this week. At a working men's club in Gillingham, there's celebrations as one man finally manages to shift the stubborn blockage in the gents' toilets. Despite a severe lack of funds, Russia goes ahead with testing the durability of its lead astronaut for the next Soyuz launch. And with reports that the coronation will cost an estimated £100 million, William and Kate reveal how much the royal family will be contributing. A Sunday Times journalist who claims she used to attend 4 or 5 parties a night, which is why Boris Johnson still calls her the lockdown lightweight. Please welcome Camilla Long. On Paul's team tonight is a comedian from Yorkshire who says it's true that everyone up there is always complaining about the price of things. Well, apart from that nice Mr. and Mrs. Sunak up at the big house. Please welcome Maisie Adam. We begin with bigger news stories of the week. Paul and Maisie, have a look at this.
Okay, yes, people celebrating. I'm going to need a drink to get through this.
That's Freshers' Week in the care home.
Yeah. That's the Stone of Scone, I think it's called.
Prank calling Meghan again.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Prince Andrew.
I think that was Prince Andrew, the Bible would have caught fire. So this is the coronation, which is going to be happening soon, I believe. I'm not quite sure when, but it's
really?
Yeah, sometime this year. I think, yeah.
They should mention it.
They should. So it's going to be happening, and that's what it is. Next question.
The Archbishop of Canterbury has asked everyone to make a gesture during the ceremony.
So that's
Yes.
Some people.
Paul's got his ready.
Yeah.
Oh, is this pledging the allegiance?
Mm-hmm.
We get a line, don't we?
We do.
Yeah,
Would you like me to tell you what it is? These are
Yeah.
the words of the oath. We'll be asked to pledge to King Charles.
Yeah.
I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your majesty and to your heirs and successors according to law. So help me God.
Oh, it's nice and jovial, isn't it? Yeah. I also think it's very hard to say "so help me God" and not sound sarcastic.
Yeah.
So help me God.
Yeah, it's what your mum says before she absolutely bollocks you for not doing your homework.
I mean, this is an attempt to extend it to the populace, because originally that oath was purely for members of the aristocracy. You got all the people who actually owned the land and had the money to say to you, I won't kill you, I won't kill your heirs. Well, I might.
I was going to say, what happens if you do? He's not going to go, but you promised. Can we see it again?
I swear that I will pay true allegiance to your
No one
majesty
speaks like this.
and to your heirs and successors.
Yes, they do. I don't know who your friends are.
Do we get a cue to do this? Is the Archbishop going to go, oh, together now? Will he be holding up a coyote?
Be a little bouncing orb along the word.
Like one big acapella group.
Yeah.
Do you think Charles is sort of aiming for it to sort of be repeated in classrooms and things like that? Like they do in
like
America?
Oh,
I think it's the branding
with
thing.
hand on.
So yes, so now we know what to say to sort of identify ourselves as British people.
I don't like the idea of that. They're like a 7-year-old saying
So help me.
allegiance. It's like when you see a kid at a wedding in a trilby hat. It's not right.
You wait till you see what they're wearing at the coronation.
The Queen's coronation in 1953 was about 3 and a bit hours long.
Yes.
It went on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
What have they done to
Well, they've cut all these aristocrats pledging their allegiance, so it's only William.
That's right.
Pledges his allegiance at that moment.
Yes, that's right. Prince William will be the only person, in fact, to kneel before the King, pledging to be his father's liegeman of life and limb.
That's somebody's hold of a dictionary, just turned to the letter L.
Yeah.
They haven't bothered with the rest of it.
Why are you getting your limbs involved?
It's medieval. It means that you say that you will give both your life and your arms, because it's a sword-based democracy.
Yeah. Is there an order to that? Because I'd give your arms first, then your life. Because you do it the other way round.
Yeah, you're right.
Your arms could just be... Anybody could pick them up.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's very badly written.
Yeah.
We live in life.
Yeah.
But there is something in this. It's a very exciting, ancient medieval service. No, pre-medieval. It's quite pagan in a way, isn't it? A coronation.
I think Charles wants it to be. Look at that pagan thing he put on the invitation.
Yes.
The pagan face on the
green
invitation.
man.
Yeah.
What's the big green man?
On the invitation. Did you not get one?
Yeah.
In my head, the invitations look like a can of Green Giant sweet corn.
Yeah.
That's it. The green man.
Literally, the Jolly Green Giant is inviting you to Westminster Abbey.
Have I taken drugs? What's happening?
The homage of the people.
Homage of the people.
Replacing this element of the service.
Yes.
Which was the act of hereditary peers.
Yes.
Which would have seen over 800 individuals kneeling in turn before the monarch to kiss his right cheek.
What's his left cheek done to annoy him?
Some people people aren't happy about the Oath of Allegiance. There's an anti-monarchist group, Republic, for example.
Oh, yes.
A spokesman said, in a democracy, it's the head of state that should swear allegiance to us. This is an offensive and tone-deaf gesture and holds the people in contempt. Or, as these Celtic fans put it...
BBC's impartiality, do you think they'll have to have that on Songs of Praise?
There is a planned protest by 1,600 anti-monarchists.
Yes.
Something might affect them. Do you know what that might be?
The Public Order Act?
Yes, that's right. New Public Order Act came to force this week. Interfering with key infrastructure such as roads, railways, could now result in up to 12 months in jail.
Yes.
Anyone attaching themselves to an immovable object...
Like some member of the House of Lords.
Yes.
Or the Stone of Scone.
Yes.
Because he sits on top of it.
He does.
A stone?
The Stone of Destiny. We've told you about this already.
I'm convinced you lot have gone for a drink beforehand going, let's see how much Maisie believes.
First bit's right.
Stone of...
No, we went for a drink before the show.
It's an ancient stone that used to be used in the crowning of Scottish kings, and so it's brought down from Scotland where it's been returned. I think once the Stone of Scone appears, the Celtic fans are going to change their mind.
They go by Celtic. Just to trip you up.
Celtic.
Well, just for balance, I'll say I really like Rangers.
Fixing yourself to an immovable object is called locking on. Police have given new powers to search for superglue and padlocks. They'll need another plan to prevent Andrew getting out of the palace. What has the cinema in London's Leicester Square decided to do?
Oh, there was a cinema called Prince Charles.
Yes.
But they must have changed their name.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
No, not changing our name. Why was Jacob Rees-Mogg's show on GB News taken off air?
Because it was rubbish.
Wasn't there some kind of attack on the palace?
There was exactly
Did it coincide with that?
He was broadcasting from, I don't know why, from a porter cabin outside Buckingham Palace with former BBC Royal correspondent Michael Cole. Rees-Mogg was told that there was a security alert and they were to evacuate. Let's see what happens next.
We're just getting the latest word from the Metropolitan Police, and I don't know what it is. Evacuate now. But we're going to have to evacuate now.
The police are live with us now, telling us that we've got to evacuate.
I don't see why we could possibly have to move.
So I'm very sorry to say that it is good evening indeed for the time being, as I think that was probably a controlled explosion in the background. That's what it sounded like to me.
You can see they waste their money on set design.
Why has he got a tampon coming out of his ear?
I wondered about that. He's fixed up to the mains.
Looks like an Andran production of Line of Duty.
Yes.
Where were they meant to go?
Outside, nearer the bomb.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Jacob Rees-Mogg has not been invited to Westminster Abbey, but according to the Times, he'll watch the ceremony on television from his home in Somerset. Better turn it on now if he wants those valves to warm up. What did Jacob Rees-Mogg recently describe as disgusting?
Northerners.
Yeah.
Oh, the quiche, the
Yes,
coronation quiche.
Coronation quiche, that's right.
He said that the coronation quiche was not very nice.
I don't think it's at all related to him not being invited to the coronation. Anything to do with that at all. To complicate the discussion even further, the dish was chosen by the royal chef, Mark Flanagan. So staying with quiche, shall we have a bit of quiche fun?
No, go on in.
Oh, come on. We're going to do a quick roundup of other coronation news with Through the Quiche Hole.
Oh.
Can I withdraw my enthusiasm?
Okay, here is your first one. Let's go through the quiche hole.
Oh, buzzer.
Yes.
I think it's Princess Anne.
Yes.
God, I really should keep up with the news. I have no idea.
Princess Anne has said this week that
Yes.
she doesn't agree with Prince Charles that the monarchy should be slimmed down.
Mm-hmm.
She must have been bottling this up for years, and finally her brother's becoming king.
Yes.
So the first thing he says, I'd like a slimmed-down monarchy. No, I don't.
I mean, she is a difficult woman. She does insist on being surrounded by out-of-focus people.
Her comments were described by GB News as an extraordinary shot across the bowels. King Charles. Does anyone know what Princess Anne will be doing during the coronation ceremony?
Yeah, she's got a special T-shirt saying, "Not my king."
Princess Anne will be known as the gold stick in waiting.
Oh, that's me.
A role which makes her responsible for the safety of the sovereign. frankly, good luck to any protesters who try to take her on. OK, fingers on buzzers, as once again we go through the quiche hole.
Oh, it's McDonald's!
I think I can probably guess. McDonald's is trying to piggyback on the coronation by producing some tat.
That's
That
it.
is not tart, that is beautiful. Look at that. That's stunning.
McDonald's has launched a limited edition 9-carat gold signet ring.
That doesn't sound very McDonald's.
No.
Signet ring with your plastic toy. Yes, very good.
What other fast food tribute has there been to the king this week?
KFC have changed their name to King's Fingered Chicken. I've cleaned that up. Finger wasn't the first word that occurred to me.
Villaggio Pizza in East Renfrewshire have created this pizza in honour of Charles. There it is.
Oh my God.
Butlins is offering a free mini break at a resort of your choice, but what's the catch?
Charles and Camilla will go with you.
Oh, you nearly had it there. You only get one if your name is Charles or Camilla.
Stop it.
No.
Can I just tell you, it was not fun being a Camilla in the 1990s. My mother chose my name thinking it was the most lovely and fragrant name in the world. I literally slap her all through the 90s. Sorry, don't broadcast that. I'll get executed.
It's fine if you just now say slap a consort.
Yes.
It makes it all better.
This is Saturday's coronation, where
Saturday? Right, I'm making a note of that.
Where towards the end of the ceremony, the Archbishop will invite the public to recite the oath of allegiance to our new king. There are a number of TV celebrities on the coronation guest list, including Bear Grylls, Jay Blades, and Anton Deck. Holly and Phil will also be up there at the front, even though they haven't been invited. Critics remain cynical about whether Camilla should be crowned queen alongside Charles, but it's hard to deny the strength and depth of their relationship. It's clear he loves her as much now as he did on the day he married Diana. There was drama leading up to the coronation when there were reports of a controlled explosion inside Buckingham Palace, presumably when Charles got a text from Meghan saying she could make it after all. Ian and Camilla, have a look at this.
Oh, here we are.
Reservoir Dogs remake. No, can't hear. There's
Simon
Case with his case.
Case. Sue Gray.
So this is trouble in the civil service. After the removal of the BBC chairman, now he resigned in good faith in order to protect the BBC. He wasn't removed, sacked, fired or dispensed with. The focus moved on to Simon Case, who's the Cabinet Secretary, and his role in appointing this man because he'd facilitated a loan for Boris Johnson. And people said, well, what's the point of the Cabinet Office if it just doesn't stop these things happening? And then they looked at Simon Case's record, and it's not very good. He seems to be at the source
Centre of quite a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Yes, and the reason he's in the news is he's ordered an inquiry into Sue Gray, who herself, you probably remember, was doing an inquiry into Boris.
Yes.
So people are saying, hang on, you can't inquire into her when she's inquiring into you. It doesn't make any sense.
This is your Desperate Housewives, isn't it, Ian?
But yes, this is, most specifically over the row over the government's attempts to stop the Partygate investigator Sue Gray getting a job with Keir Starmer. The government have initiated an inquiry into Sue Gray's contacts with Keir Starmer, and how's she reacted?
Well, she's refused to cooperate.
Absolutely.
Because she says she's already cooperating with the other inquiry, she's not doing two inquiries.
She say no. Oh.
Yeah, she's submitted her own report to the advisory committee on...
Is that not fishy, though, if she's refusing to cooperate?
Well, it doesn't look good when you held your own inquiry.
It's like in Line of Duty when they say no comment, you go, he did it.
Yeah, he did it. And Case was the person who BBC Chairman Richard Sharp had suggested was the best man for a wealthy donor to talk about lending Boris £800,000. Who did lend Boris £800,000, do we know?
We don't know.
No, we don't, do we?
No.
Why did he need £800,000?
Well, that's, it
There's
doesn't go far with that number of
metre
kids.
of gold wallpaper.
Why would Boris need all this money?
Yes.
I was asking you.
Oh. You just said a very funny joke about all the children and talking over it with some crap. He would need it for all his children, Ian.
How did The Guardian deal with his resignation? How did the Guardian deal with his resignation?
Dreadful.
Terrible cartoon.
Yeah.
Terrible cartoon.
Which they had to apologise for and withdraw, didn't they?
That's right, they published an anti-Semitic cartoon of Sharp by cartoonist Martin Rosen. To be fair to The Guardian, though, there was a much less racist second draft of the cartoon that was never sent. The local elections are happening right now as we speak. Why are the Conservatives predicting they will lose 1,000 seats?
Because they're optimists.
I think they're trying to let us down. down gently.
Yes, then if they lose
What
less than
themselves.
1,000 seats, they can claim a small victory.
It's a bit like the captain of the Titanic saying New York's not a very nice place to be.
What's Keir Starmer allegedly calling his gang, his loyal soldiers?
Oh, the stormtroopers. No, that's not right. Is it?
The
Stormtroopers. Yes, of course. I think he's just surrounded by people telling him that what he does is absolutely brilliant, like picking names like Stormtrooper. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely. We've nailed the anti-Semitism business. Let's get the Stormtroopers in and show them. Not good.
According to The Spectator, all those standing for Labour's top 100 election targets are being thoroughly vetted, and the strategy is no more piss-poor candidates. What you need as a local politician is to feel that the party bigwigs are absolutely interested in your area.
Absolutely.
Have you seen Rishi Sunak's video in support of the local football team in Stockton on TikTok?
I've watched nothing else for the last 3 days.
Then let's watch it again. Look at this, his inspirational message.
Oh, God.
Your local MP, Matt Vickers, has been telling me about all the action down at Bishy Road, the exciting semi-final playoff, and how Mikey Roberts brought the nail-biting penalty shootout to an end. I understand you've got some of the best and loudest fans around. And Stockton is right behind you, and the town couldn't be prouder. I just wanted to wish you the very best of luck in today's final. Good luck, the Anchors.
It does have the ring of a hostage video, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you have to hold up the paper with the date
Yeah,
on it.
exactly.
That voice I've only ever heard elsewhere in nightclub DJs. You know, when they shout over the track and go, shout out to Helen for her birthday tonight, and the girls, first girl to bring a bra up to the DJ booth gets a free shot. It's that.
Should we have some local election fun?
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Pulling out for it.
Okay, right. What is wrong with this?
Oh no, the bottom half of that man isn't there.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's really alarming.
Councillor Wahid Rassab in Paddock, Walsall, who photoshopped himself into a meeting, but seems to have obliterated his arm and both his legs.
Very ironically, you can't see his hands, although there's loads on the wall behind him. Those aren't his real hands, and then a Photoshop was put on the wall.
No, those are limbs that people have pledged.
Pledge limbs. Pledge limbs.
Interesting independent candidates in Boston, Lincolnshire, including Dale Broughton. Would you like to see Dale,
Yeah.
Dale
Yes,
get
yes.
the
Yeah, go on.
better of one of his rivals? He's
Sorry,
speaking to his
wait a
constituents
minute.
there.
Sorry, these are Conservative councillors.
He's an independent, Dale.
Oh, right,
Dale
sorry.
Broughton.
He's independent, all right.
That's brilliant. And he's standing?
Yeah, well, yes.
It's the other bloke that's lying
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Some local councils are doing their best to alert people to the importance of bringing photo ID with them to vote. We'd like to see some councillors in Manchester doing their bit to spread the ID news. Here they are.
Hello everybody in Hopgate Colliers. Next week on polling day you will need facial ID to get your vote. If you haven't got that, they won't allow you to vote.
So make sure you've got a plan as to which facial ID that you are going to take with you. This is a government regulation and we don't agree.
So get the message, Hopgate Colliers. Thank you.
This is, you mentioned Amdram earlier, this is the Amdram version of Marvel superheroes. I don't want to say anything about the charisma of those 3 people, but my eye was constantly drawn to the green bag on the floor.
They're desperately trying to get people to take their ID to polling stations because suddenly this new protocol's been brought in, which means that you have to take ID, and there is no problem with photo ID in this country at all with voting. It's only been brought in as a way of discouraging certain sections of the population from voting. I just thought I'd say that. It's not very funny, but it's true.
Yes, this is the inquiry into Sue Gray's move from the civil service to a key role in the Labour Party. The Guardian has reported that Sue Gray is looking for a new way to catapult herself into a top job. I'd try arranging an £800,000 loan for the Prime Minister. That seems to work.
Did you say Crime
I
Minister?
did, didn't I? I'm sorry.
It was good.
Why are you sorry,
Yeah,
the Prime
don't-
Minister?
Yeah, don't do it again. Just leave it. Nobody will notice.
This week, Donald Trump made a flying visit to one of his golf clubs in Scotland. The disgraced former leader, who's currently under police investigation, couldn't meet him as she was in her camper van. And so to round 2 and the picture spin quiz. Fingers on buzzers, teams.
Yeah.
Yes, Ian and Camilla.
I know all about this.
What is it?
This is an Italian mermaid.
Yes.
And obviously you can tell that it's not very mermaid-like because it's got 2 enormous buttocks and then it's also got 2 enormous breasts on the front as well.
Is it? Oh, yes, there we go. Yeah.
You see what I mean? Or take your eye out that.
The statue is
Well, to be
unveiled.
fair, she'd never drown.
The technology was unveiled in Puglia to much derision by locals and on social media. It was described by The Guardian as too provocative, The Telegraph went with too sexual, and The Daily Star tried the nuanced huge arse and boobs. Farnham Town Council recently erected artwork which cost £19,500 and looks like this.
I think I'd prefer the tits mermaid myself.
It's supposed apparently to look like barley, stored in the conical piles, traditional to the area.
Oh, not the country.
Yeah.
No, not barley. Local residents have complained that the money could be better spent on things like filling in potholes. Oh, if only there was something on hand you could plug the pothole with. According to the Daily Mail, a 3-year-old girl who was brought to see the cones asked her mother, "What are you doing? Why are you showing me this?" Finally, what's wrong with this public artwork in Northumberland?
Oh.
That's the Lady of the North.
Is that an aerial view?
That's an aerial view. The world's largest sculpted human form.
That's rather brilliant.
Isn't it? But apparently it's become so popular that the 110,000 tourists who visit annually have been asked to stick to the main pathways, as she's beginning to look tired and worn.
You'd look tired and worn if people kept walking on your tits.
Yeah.
After climbing a part of it, one enthusiastic local said, "On a good day, you can see the Chivets." This is a controversial new statue in an Italian town. This is the offending sculpture. It's on display in the small Italian town of Monopoli. That's what I call a community chest.
What's happened to this programme?
Fingers on buzzers, teams. Yes, Ian and Camilla.
This is AI.
Oh, yes.
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 The man from Google who's been working on AI for a decade or something has left and said it's incredibly dangerous. And we've said, great, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Dr. Geoffrey Hinton is known as the godfather of AI. He's resigned from his job at Google this week. He said he found the dangers of AI chatbots quite scary, adding, "I'm not that optimistic because I don't know any examples of more intelligent things being controlled by less intelligent things."
So you should try living in Britain.
What would be the benefit of having an AI doctor?
You'd be able to see him straight away.
A recent study has also shown that artificial intelligence has a better bedside manner than real doctors. According to the Daily Telegraph, while doctors tend to give clinical answers, one of the leading AI bots, ChatGPT, adds words of comfort, such as, "I'm sorry to hear that you got bleach splashed in." AI chatbot...
3 months to live. Bye-bye.
The chatbot is not proving popular with the French. Why is that?
He doesn't speak French.
No, it's because when you say GPT out loud in French, it sounds like j'ai pété, which means I have farted. What's our Cambridge University on the hunt for?
Oh, people with very good memories.
Exactly right.
Is that right?
Yes. They've dubbed them super memorizers. And academics are inviting them to take part in an online study, and those that excel will be invited to do an MRI scan in order to help understand why some people are especially good at remembering things. So we've decided to put you to the test tonight.
No.
Let's bring on the MRI machines. We are going to do our very own game of super memorizers. So Paul and Maisie, look at 15 objects. I want you to memorize, no writing down, then list them off. We'll see how many you get. So here you go. Are you ready?
Try and sing it in your
Your time starts now.
You take the top line and the bottom line, I'll take the middle one.
Oh, God, that's distracting. Joe Lolly.
This is fun.
Kiwi fruit jacket, stopwatch, bra and pants, and berries.
Apple drum, lolly, windmill, watch. Clock, compass, kiwi. I forgot the last lyric.
Doesn't
sorry.
matter.
Done pretty well.
How many did we get?
How many did you get there? Did you? Oh, this is working beautifully.
There's I've detected a flaw.
Yeah, I think you got pretty much. You got 9. There were a couple you missed there. Ian and Camilla, are you ready? Your 50 seconds to start
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh, no. That's sort of bad.
That's unfair. Ostrich, horse, windmill. That's very unfair, playing that loud, aggressive music by Elgar.
I've forgotten them all now.
Anything?
Aeroplane.
Yes.
Dog.
Yes.
Ball.
Yes.
Cake.
Yes.
No, there were no mushrooms. That was the last one.
That was the last one.
There was a ring. There was a watermelon. There was a
You've done quite well.
I had a
Was there a
guitar
dog?
and an onion.
Guitar and an onion is good. Dog, you've done dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I had a tea leaf.
Oh, it was a leaf,
Synthetic
yes, leaf.
Cuddly toy. A lot of white goods.
Yes, yes.
And a camper van.
You got 9 as well. You both got 9. Very well done indeed. One of the world's best memorisers is Rajveer Meena from India, who once recited pi to 70,000 decimal places.
No.
According to Sky News, it took him 10 hours, at the end of which his Tinder date said, "I'll call you." Which is a shame, because he'd memorised her number. Which means it's now time for the odd one out round. Ian and Camilla, your 4 are Ed Sheeran,
Yes.
a Royal Navy cadet, Rebecca Vardy, and Liz Truss.
It was good to see her back.
Ed Sheeran has just done a court case in New York, hasn't he, about plagiarising some music?
Rebecca Vardy's the odd one out because the court case has been turned into a play.
Well,
Ooh.
Rebecca Vardy is the odd one out, but why?
Liz Truss was accused of stealing the entire country's resources.
Didn't she stole bathrobes, though, didn't she?
Yes, it's all to do with stealing.
And I think she stole the slippers as well, which is pathetic.
They've all been accused of nicking stuff, apart from Rebecca Vardy, who took someone else's phrase and trademarked it, because she has trademarked
yes, Wagatha
Christie. In 2022, Vardy lost a High Court libel case against her fellow footballer's wife, Colleen Rooney, but last month she revealed that in order to recoup the cost of her legal fees, Vardy had trademarked the phrase Wagatha Christie.
Well, even though it was someone else's joke.
Yeah, a comedian, Dan Atkinson, according to The Observer, tweeted the phrase in October 2019. He's considered taking legal action just to get Vardy and Rooney's back in court. Which would at least give the courtroom artist another chance at capturing Wayne's likeness.
You were there, though.
Yes, I was.
Were you in the Wagatha Christie?
Yes, I was there.
Did you find her convincing?
No, she was quite entertaining though. It was very amusing watching the barristers having to read out these unbelievably rude text messages in the very, and then she said, "That can fuck off." What am I doing here?
ITV News reported that Vardy's trademark registration listed a number of fashion items like T-shirts, but also included some unexpected objects like a drinking horn.
A Wagatha Christie drinking.
Isn't it a hen night present?
I'm sorry, yes.
You get 10 drinking horns or...
Is this from your days as a male stripper that you're
Oddly, Vardy has successfully trademarked a phrase that reminds everyone why she was successfully sued. Rather like Prince Andrew deciding to trademark the phrase sweaty nonce. What was Ed Sheeran accused of nicking?
Some music.
That's right, he'd been accused of ripping off Marvin Gaye's song Let's Get It On with his track Thinking Out Loud. What did Ed Sheeran try to do to help his case?
Oh, he got on the stand, didn't he?
No.
He wrote a song called Let It Be.
At one point during the plagiarism trial, Ed Sheeran got out his guitar and started playing it.
Oh, no.
Never has a judge been quicker to say silence in court. What did Ed Sheeran say he'd have done had he lost the case?
Given up music.
That's exactly right.
Oh, jury, you had one job.
What did a Royal Navy cadet recently take that they shouldn't have taken?
Submarine. Torpedo tubes.
It was revealed that documents marked sensitive, and which included details about nuclear submarine HMS Anson, were found in a Wetherspoon's toilet. The Sun stated anyone could have found them. It was lucky it wasn't a deep-cover Russian spy. Even Russian spies know when somewhere is too dangerous. What has Liz Truss been accused of nicking?
Bathrobes.
Yes, that's right. This week, the former Prime Minister was sent a bill by the Cabinet Office for her summer stay at the state-owned Chivening estate, which included costs for a missing set of bathrobes and slippers. The costs incurred at the house came to £12,000, with the bill mostly covering hospitality, which happened during preparations for her premiership. She prepared. Paul and Maisie, your 4 are Rishi Sunak, Auric Goldfinger, Vladimir Putin, and Choupette the cat.
Is the cat the clue? Who has cats? Rishi Sunak got a cat, Larry the cat.
It's to do with how Choupette likes to get about.
He uses only private jets. And so does Goldfinger.
Rishi Sunak goes on private jet.
Putin doesn't go on a private jet.
Yeah.
He's scared to.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! That's absolutely right. Yes, they all love flying on private jets, apart from Vladimir Putin, who will only travel by train around Russia.
By train?
Yeah. Why does
Russia?
Yes.
Russia's massive.
Yes, on a train.
He probably knows that though, doesn't he? I bet he's got a map on his wall.
Why?
I bet he has. Wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, trains aren't
and dangerous.
I was going to say, it's not...
Why isn't he just sort of walking or going on a penny farthing?
Is that you're seriously asking the question, why doesn't Putin travel around on a penny farthing? Not everybody ever gets killed in a train crash, whereas in a plane crash, you that's it, you know. I always wonder about that whistle they tell you to blow when you're in a plane crash, when you crash into the sea. Blow this whistle to attract attention, as if a jumbo jet flying into the sea. Nobody will notice that, but they hear a whistle, oh, hello.
According to an interview with a senior Russian security officer who defected last year, Putin is so paranoid about his presidential plane being tracked that he now travels around Russia on a secret railway network.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
According to Business Insider, the vehicle's carriages have special alterations, so the train can't be seen by the public.
Oh my God!
It's like HS2.
It's literally...
According to Russian defector Gleb Karakolov, the train cannot be tracked on any information resource. Ah, yes, as we all know from National Rail Inquiry.
They had a drone attack on the Kremlin.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's just this week. Let's just have a quick look at it. Putin alleges this is an assassination attempt by the Ukrainians.
That's a frisbee, sorry.
I mean, it's only an assassination attempt if he's sitting on the roof.
Why has Rishi Sunak got into trouble over use of private jets?
Because he takes loads of them.
Yeah.
Taxpayers' cost.
Yeah.
He has been called out for his hypocrisy over his environmental policy after a Cabinet Office document revealed that last year the Prime Minister spent over £500,000 of taxpayers' money on private jet trips abroad in less than a fortnight.
Couldn't they just pop him into a jiffy bag and post him?
In the Bond film of the same name,
yes.
Goldfinger is killed when he's sucked out of the window of his private jet, piloted by Pussy Galore.
That's the way to go.
In the original novel, Pussy Galore was a lesbian trapeze artist. Well, I say lesbian, she swung both ways.
Somebody's been saving that joke up since 1964.
Choupette, the cat, is a frequent flyer, was formerly owned by Karl Lagerfeld, who loved her so much that he left her £1.3 million in
what? So this cat flies on private jets and has £1.3 million left to her?
Absolutely.
But I'm using my 26 to 30 rail card.
Yes. Yes.
To go to Middlesbrough.
She's been described as the world's most famous and photographed cat, although she now only undertakes a couple of engagements each year on account of her advanced age. And this is according to Lucas Berroulier, who is the cat's agent.
Oh my!
Is it possible to marry a cat?
Probably is.
Yeah, you could probably marry the cat if it's getting on a bit.
I'll be a cat's trophy wife. So
yeah.
We'll have a nice time.
Yeah.
I'd rather marry Choupette than like Rupert Murdoch. I think you'd have a nice time.
Well, it's a toss-up as to which one's going to last longer, isn't it?
Here is Choupette travelling as she likes to.
What a life!
I know.
Is that a meringue?
It's Coronation Quiche. According to Harper's Bazaar, Choupette travels the world by private jet, accompanied by highly paid chefs, bodyguards and maids. And they will continue to do so for as long as that cat lives. Or at least one that looks very much like it. The Met Gala was in honour of Karl Lagerfeld. One tribute was paid. Choupette obviously didn't turn up. But an actor decided to come as her representative.
Jared Leto.
Here he is walking down the red carpet, although one spectator wasn't all that impressed. Time now for the Missing Words round, which features this week as its guest publication, Chicken and Egg magazine. A magazine all about rehoming commercial laying hens. And there's a special edition out this month, Coronation Chicken and Egg magazine. We start with what caused drains in Bradford to overflow?
Discarded puddings.
It is two toupees. This is the news that multiple gardens were flooded in Bradford this week after a resident flushed 2 full-sized wigs down the loo. Here are the toupees. Which raises just one question. Who was Michael Fabricant's friend? Next, contortionist from London says what?
Can you tell me the best way to turn them green? This puts me in a very difficult position.
Contortionist from London says pet chickens are great training partners.
Well, you're going to have to explain that one, aren't you?
This is Pixie from London training with her chicken companions. It's nice to see the chickens turning the tables, taking a leg each. Next, in order to know how many chickens people keep, Chicken and Egg magazine, what?
Ask people, how many chickens do you keep them?
Yeah, they ask that you fill out their hensus.
Oh, please.
You have to be a member of Hensa to spot that one.
Oh, God.
According to the latest census, the most popular number of chickens to keep is 4. Or as they say in Kentucky, a bucketful. Next, owner of Norwich B&B continues to deny that what?
She's running a brothel. B&B stands for... No, I won't say that. I'm owner of B&B continues to deny that she's been serving chicken and eggs. And eggs and chickens. Chickens with eggs. Eggs with chickens. So I've got a bit mad, haven't I?
Yeah.
Owner of a Norwich B&B continues to deny that it's a Japanese restaurant. This is a bed and breakfast in Norwich, which has denied it's operating a Japanese restaurant out of its property, despite a number of fast food delivery drivers spotted collecting orders from its door. The owner has dismissed the allegation, insisting that teriyaki is just the name of his chef, and he only cooks for a living. Next, the biggest difference between What and Ant and Dec is what?
The biggest difference between nuclear warfare and Ant and Dec is that Ant and Dec go on forever.
The biggest difference between Fran and Polly and Ant and Dec is that they have feathers.
Not clear which ones they're talking about.
Lastly, police find Boris Johnson what?
Unfortunately.
I was just going to say guilty.
No, that's better.
Police find Boris Johnson is not drunk driver in the Netherlands.
That's not true.
This is the news that a drunk driver in the Netherlands handed over a fake ID with Boris Johnson's name and picture. Here it is. It's quite convincing, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's good. Can you take that to the voting booth?
Yeah.
Police realised immediately it wasn't Boris Johnson, as the suspect admitted he was in the wrong and apologised. And so the final scores are Paul and Maisie have 6, Ian and Camilla have 7.
Hey!
Right, before we go, there is just time for the caption competition. Paul and Maisie get that.
Pandas at Chester Zoo attempt to sober up after a morning of bottomless bamboo. That one on the left really looks like he's sort of going, and then I said, if you think my van's dirty, you should see my wife.
Or possibly saying, honestly, you've never seen a mermaid like it. You'll never drown.
Ian and Camilla have this.
You're tired.
On which note, we say thank you to our panellists Ian Hislop and Camilla Long, Paul Merton and Maisie Adam. And I leave you with news that coders at the dating app Tinder admit they need to make a few more adjustments to their new algorithm. In preparation for their duet at the Coronation concert, Ed Sheeran and Boy George get some rehearsing in.
Surely Mick Hucknall.
And world hunger could be a thing of the past after Italian scientists work out how to 3D print a lasagna. Good night.